Hello and welcome to the 2013 Dodge Viper, and in today's video we are going to check out how good this vehicle actually is in Gran Turismo 7, because we are still on our search to find the fastest production vehicle to come out of America. Now if you guys do go on to enjoy this video, well, hit that subscribe button. Now the Dodge Viper, before we have to go into this vehicle, we need to see where it all began. So starting off in 1992, the first Dodge Viper was released to the public. So this was a two-seater sports vehicle that was powered by a V10 engine, something that had not been seen before from Dodge, and frankly it was scary. It was labeled the death machine because the vehicle was just extremely powerful, weighed absolutely nothing, and the car had no driver assist. There's no ABS, there's no traction control, so it was literally just you strapped to a lightweight shell getting pulled along by a V10 engine. But luckily for us, through many years of development, they have refined the Dodge Viper but still allowed us to receive that iconic feel of still being pushed to the edge. So the Dodge Viper now has an all aluminum 8.4 liter V10 engine that produces 640 brake horsepower. Now the vehicle is still extremely light, but with it having such a large engine, the vehicle is capable of doing 332 kilometers per hour bone stock. Now that's extremely powerful and extremely fast for a vehicle that is, quite frankly, has a bad name when it comes to keeping its customers safe. Now the car only weighs 1,556 kgs, which, as I said, is extremely lightweight. So when it comes to cornering, you can expect it to be a bit of a handful. If you have no traction on, well, best believe that vehicle is gonna go sideways. But it's not to say, oh my word, I'm in a barrier, I'm fighting for my life. It's a pleasant driving experience. Now I can't say the same thing about the original first generation, but the fifth really has toned it down and just made it such a joyful experience. Now when it comes to cornering, the braking system on the Viper isn't really the best when it's standard. You're gonna find that the brakes don't really slow you down as much as it needs to compared to a lot of other vehicles. Then you often see understeer happen every now and then, but as I said, it's most likely that you are going to oversteer when coming out of a corner. But the vehicle suspension is really well set up. The way it's able to take corners is extremely good, especially if you go over corners. Well, the car can just handle it and it's not bouncing all over the place like other vehicles. So the Dodge Viper is a really good vehicle. However, there are a few issues that can be addressed and improved, so let's do exactly that by heading on over to the tuning shop. Now in Gran Turismo 7, you are gonna spend a lot of money to upgrade the Dodge Viper. When I say a lot of money, I mean you're gonna spend a couple $100,000, because just on weight reduction alone, that is 300,000 credits. So yes, upgrading your car is not for the faint of heart or for the poor. So if you have some money, well, by all means you're gonna spend it all upgrading the Dodge Viper. Now the Dodge Viper, once you fully upgrade this vehicle, you're going to be left with 1,151 kgs and left with a power figure of 1,014 brake horsepower. I know on screen right now it's showing 999, but that's because the intake hasn't been added to the vehicle, but it does produce 1,014 brake horsepower, which is gonna be quite a scary experience if I don't dial my suspension in properly. Now when it comes to customizing the visual looks of the Viper, we're gonna head on over to GT Auto, and once we're there, we're gonna notice that the aero parts that we're able to put on this vehicle are actually all the same parts that are on the Group 4 Dodge Viper. So you're able to really make this look like the tractor full-on race car. However, you are able to have a lot more power with this vehicle than the actual race car. So it's really up to you how you want to build your Dodge Viper. So for the setup that I'm gonna post, I do not have a wide body applied to a vehicle. The rim width is wide and the wheel offset is also set to wide. Now I have the Type A front splitter applied, the Type A side skirt, Type A rear diffuser, as well as just a big wing. So this is also the parts you're gonna need to actually complete the build. So the tune that I am using in this vehicle is going to be posted at the very end of this video, and I think I nailed the setup for it. The vehicle doesn't step out a lot. The vehicle has so much power, has such a high level of grip, considering the fact that we're running with absolutely no traction on. Now yes, the vehicle is still able to step out, and yes, but I mean, it's a Viper. If it doesn't step out, is it even a Viper anymore? But the car is able to go over curbs without issue. The car has so much better braking now with us upgrading the braking system, and you can really push it through corners and make it out alive. So the Dodge Viper on KAuto driving park, you're going to see lap times around a 1 minute 30 second mark. Actually, if you're fast enough, you can break that and actually get into a 128, just like I did in this video. Now when it comes to top speed with KAuto driving park, it doesn't have a long straightaway on the circuit, but the vehicle is still able to go over 300 kilometers per hour. Now when it comes to your top speed run, you can see this vehicle travel over 400 kilometers per hour with absolute ease, and it's just an absolute joy. Now when it comes to using this vehicle in events, if you want to use it in any event that has, let's say, the American Clubman Cup, this vehicle will dominate. However, you will need to detune it if you have fully upgraded the vehicle, because it will pass the PP limit. Now if you want to use this for money grinding, that is going to be a bit of an issue, because the Dodge Viper with its massive V10, yes, it sounds amazing, yes, it is fast as heck, but the car is going to be extremely thirsty when it comes to fuel consumption. So I would not personally recommend this vehicle for any type of money grinding event that requires fuel consumption. If you are going into an event and you see that fuel consumption is on, don't use a Viper, rather look for something else. But that's not me putting a Viper down, because if you use it in any other event, the vehicle is actually rapid. And in tomorrow's video, I'm going to be putting the Dodge Viper up against the Ford GT as well as the Corvette C701 to see how fast the Viper actually is, and finally crown the fastest car out of America. So if you don't want to miss out on that, hit that subscribe button. So the Dodge Viper, I really wish we are able to get the ACR version of the Dodge Viper. Hopefully in a future update we will see it make an appearance to the game, but until then, hey, look, we are gonna just have to be happy with what we have. Now if you guys did go on to enjoy this video and you want to see more just like it, well, hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching, thank you so much for your time, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.